Hello and welcome to Gretchen's Guidance. This is day 11 and this is about have a cheerleader and to go on to your purpose journey, and that will really help you with support. And maybe you're on the flip side of this. Maybe you have gone through your purpose journey and you are living your dream, and you're on the flip side. You're not in it, you're on the other side of it, which would be so wonderful. And maybe you can be a cheerleader to someone else. Okay, I'm in the stage of my life right now where I have cheerleaders. I hope that I encourage them and love them as much as they love me, and I do give back in ways that I can. And so I hope they get something out of our friendship. And it's a mutual thing, but to me, they are totally, wholeheartedly my cheerleaders. So there's some things that are important about these cheerleaders, and I just went to church last night, and they were talking about hanging around like-minded people, and it talks about how, you know, Jesus wants us around the whole world, and but then you also want to have, you know, certain people that you're with a lot. You want to be like-minded with the people that you hang out with most of the time, because you're working on your best version of you. You're working on your best potential. And so you're going to want to look around and find those people that are going to help you do that. Okay. So like I said, I have 3 cheerleaders. I'm not going to mention any names because it's, you know, it's YouTube, and I'm just going to be careful and just tell you about them and not mention any names. Okay, so my first cheerleader, okay, what I love about this cheerleader, and kind of the way that I explain this to my daughter, is that my daughter is younger, and she's learning how to develop friendships, right? She's 11 years old, so she's going through that stage where she's learning how to be a good friend, and she's trying to find good friends to be around. So kind of the way I explained it to my daughter is, you know, you're going to have a lot of friends in life, and you're going to have to set up boundaries with different friends. Like, there are some friends that you know that you are going to rely on them. If they say they're going to be there, they're going to be there, right? And they're loyal, and you can trust them, and you know that they're going to be there. And then maybe you have another friend that you enjoy hanging out with, but you know with this friend that you're going to have a plan B, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to cancel, right? So you're still their friend. You still hang out with them, but you know that they're not plan A. They're plan B, because they're probably going to alter your plans. Okay, and so that's what I told Bella. Just try to be friends with everybody, but adjust your life according to what their pattern of behavior is. So if their pattern of behavior is that they're there, then that's how you make your plans with that friend. If their pattern of behavior is they're going to cancel, then that is how you make your plans with that friend. And so that kind of puts you in charge of you and who you're around, because you're able to set boundaries. Okay. And some people might say, oh, that friend that's not loyal, just write them off. And you could do that too, of course. But that's just kind of how I look at things. So this cheerleader is loyal. I really don't have any boundaries with her, because she is there. She shows up sometimes when I don't even know she's going to be there. And I'm going to try not to get emotional talking about this friend, but she's just always got my back. I know that if I heard something about her not having my back, I know it would be a lie, because that's just how strong our bond is, and that's how strong her character is. So this friend has my back. This friend and I are around a lot together. We kind of prefer, she's got a lot of friends. She's got a lot more friends than I do. She's got groups of friends. She's got a big family. But when we're together, it's usually just the 2 of us. And we kind of like that. We talk. I mean, we know each other very, very well. And so what I like about her is that she's loyal. I can trust her. She always has my back. To me, she's an example. Number one, she's still married. And I don't really, I mean, a lot of my friends are divorced. She's still married. She's a good wife. She's good at her job. Her daughters are successful. She is a model of a person. And so the way she lives her life is what I love about her. And I also love the way that she treats me. Something else I love about her is she doesn't tell me what I want to hear. She tells me what I need to hear, right? So she has helped me grow tremendously as a person. Like, there was a time in my life before I had therapy and I would fly off the handle, right? I would get triggered by something and I would just get really, now it would take a while for me to get to that point. You know, it would take many things, but then I'd get there and just be like, and it wasn't healthy. And my friend pointed that out to me. And she even sent me a cute little video about the lady from Saturday Night Live that said to simmer down, simmer down. So we're always saying that to each other. So anyway, she is a great friend because she is a good wife, a good mom. She's a believer. She, is loyal. And she tells me what I need to hear. She says good things about me, but she also tells me what I need to hear, not just something that will make me feel good. She doesn't agree with everything I says. So that's my first cheerleader. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I have her earrings on. She brings me hand-me-downs. She brings my daughter hand-me-downs. She is always bringing us stuff. She's like a fashion diva, and so if I have on her things I feel fashiony, and so she's just I just can't even tell you, she's just awesome, and she is just amazing. I can't tell you how many times where like my daughter has needed a pair of jeans and I don't have the money to go out and buy a pair of jeans, and she brings them to my doorstep and it's like, oh, I was cleaning out a closet, here's a bag of stuff, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's just amazing. And I cannot, with the stage of life that I'm in right now, I cannot return to her anything that she's given to me, but she's still my friend, and I really appreciate that. So my second cheerleader is actually a family member, and I went through a divorce a few years ago. It was a very traumatic divorce, as all of them are. And I learned a lot. There were some people that surprised me that I thought had my back, but they didn't. But this person reached out to me, and she would text me, she would call me. I've gone to stay at her house several times, and she just was always telling that she loved me, and she was always telling me something encouraging. She would listen. She wouldn't judge me. And she would send me texts, telling me how much she loved me and to hang in there, and to, just that I'm here and supported. And I went and visited with her last summer. She's about 7 hours away. So I went and visited with her last summer, and we sat in her kitchen and talked. And I can't really explain it, but it was like God was so present there with us, and we just talked and talked and talked, and I don't even remember what we talked about. I just remember feeling like God was there, and it was just amazing. And she is, why I think so highly of her is because she had a child, and the child was not healthy, and back, when she had him, it was back in the 60s, the late 60s. And, back then, if you had a child that couldn't function, they were encouraged to be in a home. And actually, they decided to not put him in a home, to take care of him. And his life expectancy was 19 years old. Well, he's still alive now, and he's a few years older than me. I'm 49. He's in his 50s. He requires constant care still, and he's in their home. And I just think that's beautiful and just amazing. There's been a lot of times that they didn't go on vacations because they were taking care of him. And but you know, she's told me she wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and so but then taking care of her son. And I just think it's a wonderful example. And she also is a believer, and we talk about faith, and just a very, very positive person. Okay. And then I've got my cheerleader number 3, who I met in college. And the reason why she's my cheerleader, I'm sorry, my nose is running because I'm getting emotional. The reason why she is my cheerleader is because she makes me laugh. If I'm with her, I am laughing, and she has always spoke truth. So I think that's what I love about her. She's also, of course, a believer. She grew up in the church. She is a very good person of knowing right from wrong. She is a person that, by her character, it leads me and guides me where I would like to be. So she was the one in college that was making good choices a lot of times, and you know, we weren't making the best choices. And she's, you know, she's still like that today. I like to go visit her. You know, she's a little over an hour away. Every time I go and visit with her, I just want to turn around in my car and go right back, because she speaks truth. She takes care of others. She has so much wisdom. She has always been a very, very wise person. But when she does something, she does it 100%, and she does it right. You know, if she's going to do an exercise regimen, then it's going to be a serious exercise regimen. If she has a family member that gets sick, she's going to be there doing everything she can to take care of them. And so her acts of service are just amazing. And so I love being around her because she's another friend. She's done so many things that I can't repay her for. She'll come and she's really good at photography. Well, she's good at everything. I tell her she needs to have like 4 jobs because there's so many things. She's an amazing gardener. She's an amazing cook. Oh my God, her back massages are amazing. So I tell her all the time that she could do anything, because she's good at everything. And so, and now I don't even remember what I was saying, but when I go and visit her, I always want to turn around and go back. And I just think she's such a unique and such a special person. And she always gives me a word of encouragement when I'm struggling. And one month I was really struggling, and her and her friend sent me a big Christmas gift of cash and was like, you know, I know you're struggling. And I was able to take my daughter on a vacation that we hadn't been on in a very long time. And so she's just, you know, she's just amazing. So I have 3 cheerleaders. I keep my circle extremely small, right? I'm kind of in that stage of life where I'm a single mom. And so, you know, that's kind of separated me from a lot of what my life was for 22 years when I was married. And so now I just keep my circle really small. And, you know, I hope that you have cheerleaders in your life. And I hope that your cheerleaders are, you know, they might not be a believer, but maybe they act, you know, they speak truth. They're truthful people. They're loyal. The fruit that they're producing is what makes you want to be their friend, right? So what have they done in life? Like, and I don't mean, the last thing I mean is, are they driving a Bentley or they have a mansion? I'm not meaning that at all. I'm just meaning, like, how is their character? And if they have good character, and they will make you be better, because all three of these people make me be better, you know, then that's who you want in your circle if you don't have that yet. And if you have those in your circle, keep them and tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them. And but anyway, I hope this spoke to you. I hope this helped you, and it will help you with your purpose journey of having some cheerleaders. And I am just so thankful for you being here. Please hit that thumbs, likes button. I'm getting a lot of views, a lot more than I expected, and I appreciate that so much. But make sure under your video, there's like a little, one of my cheerleaders was asking me the other day, she's like, I don't know how to hit your like button or how to subscribe. You know, under the actual video box, if you're looking at it, if it's not on the full screen, there's a little thumb there, and you can click it, and it'll give it a like. And then over to the right of that is a little round subscribe button. So you can, sometimes it makes you sign into Google to subscribe, and you just sign in, and then it'll say you're subscribed to my channel or whatever. And that really helps with getting the message out there that I'm trying to portray. And so, stir up love and have a wonderful day. And thank you for all your support. It's great to see you all. Bye-bye.